Trump supporters
Will you
on if
accept the
Trump
result
loses.
if Joe Biden wins?
No.
Under any circumstance?
No.
Why is that?
Using fear to make people do something. What do we call that again? Unfortunately, the only fucking... First of all, it's not even fear. It's literal stigma, okay? So there's a difference between making people fear and owning them into oblivion until they fucking wear a mask. And it also depends on what you're trying to get them to do. If you're putting the fear of God into them to go and do something dumb, that's one thing. If you're putting the fear of God into them to, you know, abide by like the bare minimum public health standards in spread mitigation, that's a good thing overall. There is a difference between good things and bad things, Yin. You are such a bad Trump supporter that like I'm gonna ban you eventually. You're not entertaining enough. You're not giving me good shit. It's shame, okay? There's a difference between fear and there's a difference between shame. And still, it's a good thing that shaming apparently is working and making them, you know, do something that's inevitably for the public good.
Because it's lies and deceit and corruption.
I'll be down on my knees praying a lot harder.
Praying for Joe Biden's success or praying for 4 years from now replacing Joe Biden?
Praying for God to help us.
President Biden, that can't happen. I can't even think about that because he does not like America. He's a racist. Now, that's a racist if you want to look at someone who despises the black.
I want to know. I mean, I agree, but I want to know what she's going to say. Like, I think Joe Biden's policies have been horrible for the African American community throughout his tenure. We definitely agree on that.
His name
but you're wearing a Keep
Hasan.
America Great hat.
Hasan, could you wish my man King Kong in
Which
the chat a happy
feels
birthday
kind
for
of
his
weird.
birthday, man?
Because it means you like Donald Trump. So let's see.
Black man, the black woman, he looks out for himself. He's a crook. His son is a crook. He's a criminal.
What happens if Donald Trump loses? Do you have a fear for the country if Donald Trump? You're nodding your head. I'll go. Okay, you can. Well, I'll ask both of you.
We actually have plans to move to Panama because it's a city or it's a country that allows Americans to move there and to actually own firearms there. I mean, if they trust us enough to own firearms as...
Wait, where? Where's... Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Please get the fuck out of here, dog. Holy shit.
You know, people...
You don't like it, you can get out. First of all, they're not going to. Just like I'm not going to. Just like fucking Lena Dunham never moved out of the country. Actually, I feel bad. Poor people in Panama don't... Like, why are we fucking up Panama more than we already have? You know what I mean? Didn't George H.W. do enough?
People with legal right to be in their country. You know, it seems like a place that's not planning to do something terrible to their people.
But if he wins, it means the Democratic machine has won in some of the illegal tactics that, the voter fraud. I think that if he loses, they come after all of us supporters.
I've actually considered leaving the country, moving to South America or something like that, if something like that happens. I've had neighbors that moved when Hillary was running against President Trump because he was convinced Hillary was going to win. He sold everything and moved to Panama. So I'm thinking, you know, my ancestors did that back in the 1900s when they left Germany. So
I would hurt for my grandchildren. I'm in the last 2 minutes of the fourth quarter.
He means 1942. That's what he means. 1945 is what he means, actually. You know, my ancestors left Germany in the 1900s, 1945, by way of Argentina, actually. You could say I'm a immigrant myself. His family came over in Operation Paperclip. Okay, dude, that would imply that, like, somewhere along the fucking line, there was actually a scientist there in his lineage, and I don't want to believe that, okay? Actually, maybe. Okay, maybe it's just incest. I don't fucking know. It just broke his brain or something. Broke the fucking family tree.
Quarter of life for me. And
as an Argentinian, I feel offended. Guten Tag.
happened to me in the meantime, but I hurt for my grandchildren and the people of America's children and grandchildren.
If in another world Joe Biden was to win, he'd be my president. Now, he wouldn't be the president, or he'd be the president. Let me correct that. Make sure you edit that. But he would not be the president that I chose, and but you have to live with it.
Joe Biden becomes president. What does that mean for you?
World's going to hell in a handbasket. I'm sorry.
This guy's a Vietnam veteran? How old is he? Like, what's the average age of a Vietnam veteran right now? Look at that nipple protruding. 70, 60 to 70? Really? I guess he could be that way. Wait, he could be that way. He could be that age.
Man is sad because they are propping him up. If you notice any of his speech or whatever, he can't even complete a sentence. And I'm sorry, his mind is starting to fade.
I'll accept the result. However, I don't think he's capable. I think, quite honestly, he's too mentally far gone. Any of the other candidates on the Democrat side, I don't know if they'd do a better job, but they definitely would be more mentally capable than him, which is just an unfortunate scenario.
I think it'll be devastating for the country because we'll start turning towards what their plan was when Clinton wanted to continue what Obama did. And thank God Trump came and stopped all that. But if Biden comes in, it's just going to go right back to that, and it's going to do the whole New World Order thing. I mean, it's going to be horrible.
Yeah. I think if somehow they rig the system and he wins, then I think that it'll make me more passionate about politics, and definitely it will inspire me to keep being politically active.
Trump supporters, he's a gift from God.
Was Donald
this
Trump
is so good.
God's chosen candidate?
Yes.
In what way?
It was. Well, first of all, he loves the Lord. I mean, he's been the
Dude, come on. Okay, look. There's a few things that trigger me to no end. Okay? Like, you can think Trump is on your side. He gives you enough, like, populist rhetoric, and you're a fucking gigantic idiot. But, like, there's some shit that is just impossible to fucking believe, okay? One, that Trump is, like, a sexy, hot, like, big, burly, macho man. I just don't understand how you can believe that. Like, I can, to some degree, I can understand if you believe that, like, Trump is a good president, okay? Because you're just deluded and you're fucking Republican and you have a significant brain problem. So, you know, whatever. I hope you get treatment for it. I don't know if it's treatable. But, like, to think that, for example, Trump is, like, a masculine, sexy, macho guy, unacceptable. And the only thing worse than that, the only thing more unacceptable than that, is to think that he is a religious person. Okay? Like, the two things that I refuse, if someone tells me Trump is like a fucking sexy macho guy, when he clearly is not.
This is a deranged pervert.
Okay?
This is my
that
first
really
subject
frustrates
hasn't
me.
been
And the other thing that really
I'm not
frustrates me is when
freeloading
people
no
say
more
Trump is a
Sag.
godly man. Instance, the pre-existing condition not covered by health insurance.
the most pro-Christian president that we've had in a long time. He moved the embassy to Jerusalem. I mean, he's just an amazing man.
That has nothing to do with Christianity. Like, literally does not have anything to do with Christianity. Unless you're an evangelical Christian and you believe that, like, the chosen sons and daughters of God need to own the entire region that Israel currently occupies, so that the second coming of Jesus Christ can come and the rapture can happen and suck you all into heaven while all of those Jews burn in eternal hell for not converting to Christianity. I guess that's what you mean. But, like, seriously. By the way, for those of you who are new here, who are unfamiliar, that's literally what evangelicals believe, which is why evangelical Christians in America are bigger supporters of the state of Israel than American Jews are. Okay? This is why I laugh when people are like, oh, Zionists, like, ooh, the Jews are, like, dictating Middle Eastern policy. I'm very smart, by the way. I'm a Nazi on the internet. It's like, dude, have you seen the South?
Pervert.
Have you fucking met a evangelical white Protestant? And this lady as well, who is not white, but also an evangelical Protestant psycho? they literally all believe that, like, they are the biggest supporters of Israel. Like, way bigger supporters of Israel than fucking American Jews are. Armageddon is coming. The Antichrist is rising. Do not let Bill Gates vaccinate you. Final warning. Q. Which slide will you pick? Yeah.
And
They give more money to the IDF and, like, Israeli causes than the American Jews do. And the American Jews are already, like, fucking being shouldered by Haim Saban and Sheldon Adelson. And even then, the evangelical Christians give more. So think about that for a second. Like, Saban on the liberal side and Adelson on the fucking Republican side are literally just, like, pumping fuckloads of money into Israeli causes, okay? They both say it openly. They're single issue voters. All they give a fuck about is Israel. And even then, the American evangelicals spend more money on Israel and Zionism than the American Jews do.
Loves our Father. He doesn't shy away from prayer. He's not ashamed of prayer, and he's not ashamed to stand up for the Lord and say his name in the Oval Office. So,
did you realize you killed RBG on the Bad Faith podcast? You have RBG definitely retiring in the next 4 years between now and Inauguration Day. Even if Trump loses, there really aren't any more judge appointees he can stack the court with because he's already done with all that. Has a take ever turned on you so quickly? Okay, first of all, that was Asita's take that I was working off of. And how the fuck was I supposed to know that RBG was going to literally die 3 days after I said that? That literally happened 3 days after I said that. RBG died. RBG was like, fuck you, Hasan. I'll show you a court appointment that Trump can stack.
oh, I love him. He's just a magnificent man, and I pray for him every day.
Do you, as a voter of faith, do you see Donald Trump in some way as chosen by God to be here at this moment in time?
I think, yeah, I definitely would say there's aspects of how he got into office and what he's doing and the way that he's incorporating, prayer and, biblical beliefs and the way that this country was, built on Christian beliefs, the way that he supports that. Yeah, I would say that he's appointed by God.
Do you feel like Donald Trump is in some way God's chosen one as a candidate?
Was it though? Country is built on Christian beliefs.
I do. I think he's been sent from above.
And yeah, I think he's our answer to prayer.
He was put in here for a reason. I pray to God every day. I pray every morning, and I do thank God for thank God to put his hand on Donald Trump.
What is he saying? Trump, this guy, speak up, motherfucker. You're literally wearing a t-shirt that says "Make liberals cry again," while you can't even string two sentences together without looking like you're on the verge of tears.
He was put in here for a reason. I pray to God every day. I pray every morning, and I do thank.
His voice is cracking and shit. Like, dude, come on, bro. You're a fucking nervous wreck right now. Put those Oakleys on. He's got the power. He's just not using it. Literally on his chest. Power up, brother. Put the Oakleys on.
I thank God to put his hand on Donald Trump and give him the right directions to lead this country and to be a leader of this, in our country. So I believe he is.
Would you pray for President Biden? Should that be the
I pray for President Biden right now. I pray for him. I pray for Kamala Harris. I pray
Kamala.
for everybody in our capital.
I'm not the Christian my mother would like for me to be. I strive to be the best I can be, but I'm not a fanatic. But I absolutely believe, because it was proven, even the mainstream media was reporting, that millions upon millions were praying before Donald Trump went in 2016.
Yeah, this was proven.
Man, Hasan.
Who proved this? What are you saying? Why can't you just be normal? Like, why can't you be like a normal person who's just like, I believe in God. I don't have any proof, but neither do you to disprove God. I just like to go to church on Sunday. It's a good community. It gives me like spirituality, makes me feel good, makes me feel like there's a fucking purpose. It's probably better off than whatever kind of fucking atheist black hole that you exist in, you nihilistic fuck. Say all of that, and I'm like, okay. That's cool. All right, you made some good points, lady, but it's like, no, every Christian was actually joined in a mass prayer to lift up Donald Trump into the highest office in the land. Like, why you gotta fucking take it to some psychotic level every time? Just be normal, dude.
Prayer is very powerful.
I believe he is a gift from God that's trying to save our country.
A Harvard academic journal published a mass prayer study. What, are you talking about the mass prayer study that showed whether prayer had effects on healing, like whether prayer had healing powers or not? Is that what you're talking about?
Pervert.
Has Chud Mustard.
Is that what you're talking about? I knew it. You killed RGB. Oh, no, dude. Come on. Come on. I bet way more people have prayed to be freed from oppression, yet those go unanswered. That's pretty dismissive on someone's faith. Man, I am the most understanding person when it comes to faith. Are you fucking kidding me? I shit on r/atheism dipshits all day who are like, I'm an anti-theist. Like, hey, young Andrew, think of the what the fuck 50 tier 1 gift subs. Holy shit, dude. Jesus Christ.
Darling.
I am the most understanding person of people of faith. But when they say stuff like, yeah, we were praying,
God, those communists are
we
amazing.
were engaging in a mass prayer to get Donald Trump elected, literally the Antichrist. We were engaging in a mass prayer to get the Antichrist fucking elected into office. You sound like a psycho, okay? You are a psycho. You're completely out of your fucking mind if you're like, this man is very religious and very Christian-like and very Christ-like, and we're all casting a fucking spell together like it's the last sequence of Full Metal Alchemist. Like we all got together in a city and we drew that fucking alchemist circle, and now we're all summoning inside of that circle, and now we summoned Donald Trump to the highest office. You're a psycho.
I do believe it.
Let he who has not raw dogged the porn star after his 5th kid with his 3rd wife cast the first stone while his 3rd wife is fucking pregnant. How come nobody brings up divorces when he's talking about how Christian-like he is? Yeah. Bro, all they watch is Fox News. All they see about Trump is positive things from right-wing conservative propaganda alphas. They, of course, think he's Jesus. It's nuts to think that this man is Jesus. And no, he's not. They know he's not. It's fucking bullshit. That's why when you ask them, what do you think about his divorces? What do you think about the fact that he fucked a porn star? They literally say, well, you know, he might have sinned from time to time, but ultimately, he's passing our agenda. He's passing the Christian agenda. That's what they say. When you push them to a fucking corner, they admit that the real reason why they're doing this is because of abortion, okay? Or the real reason why they're doing this is because of Israel. That's it. That's the real reason.
Trump was chosen by God. Do you believe that?
I truly believe that that was divine intervention in 16. Absolutely. I'm a believer.
Without a doubt. If Donald Trump wasn't elected in 2016, this country would be a third world country. We're headed that way now if we don't get it stopped.
God don't choose a perfect man. He chooses a man that can do the job. And Trump is the man that can do the job.
We as mortals forget how powerful the word Almighty is. And I think he put him there. It was a miracle that he went in. It was a miracle that he's lived for 4 years.
I just believe that in my soul that he is going to put the country.
The funny thing is, 4 more years of Donald Trump, and we have like completely accelerated into that third world country that he's talking about. But they'll still find a way to blame it on the black devil Obama and the white devil Hillary Clinton. You know what I mean? Like fucking 8 years, 4 years from now, we'll be under like our 8th year of the glorious Supreme Overlord Trump administration. You know, the Fourth Reich, the fucking 1,000 years of endless pain and Nazi America. And these motherfuckers will still be like, yeah, it's because of Obama, the cupboards were left bare, brother. That's why. Yeah, I have diabetes and I can't get insurance anymore because pre-existing conditions were completely abolished. But
make that pullout game weak.
It's actually because Obama left the cupboards bare, brother. You don't understand. You don't understand.
Back, and he was.
This is Joe Biden's America.
He's here for a reason.
Yes and no. I think yes in the sense that God put him here for that purpose. I don't necessarily think God controlled him to get there. I think he did it on his own will.
From high school students in Antifa to our foreign enemies. So it's a miracle he's lived for 4 years, and I don't think God's going to break that miracle yet.
High school students in Antifa? What the fuck? So
The rioting needs to stop. You can protest. You need to stop burning down the country.
Thank you,
Stop
McDoney,
it.
baby.
We built this country. History's history. Stop trying to rebuild history and rename things. That's history. Move forward.
My grandfather did 8 years, hated to skip contracts, and didn't want to be buried with a flag, but he was buried against his wishes. Really?
His name is Hassan.
Can't give 100, but I can renew my sub-hassle.
His name is Hassan.
Thank you, Guachi man, Guac man.
In the Black Lives Matter movement, do you...
That's history. Move forward. History.
As small.
You can protest. You need to stop burning down the country. Just stop it. We built this country. History's history. Stop trying to rebuild history and rename things. That's
I mean, she's not like full white, right? She looks a little spicy white. So that leads me to ask the question.
His name is Hassan.
That leads me to ask a question like, whose heritage are you protecting? Kappa 8675309. Thank you for the 20 gifted subs. I don't know what the fuck's happening right now, but y'all are fucking caking right now. Holy shit.
His name is Hassan.
You see Will's stream yesterday? He got 1,700 gifted subs in a couple hours. I did not.
Isn't that just darling?
history. Move forward.
In the Black Lives Matter movement, do you see their case at all?
His name is Hassan.
No.
President Trump stands up for all Americans. It's about America first. It's not about black or white or whatever the group that you place yourself in. I'm not a hyphenated American. I am an American. I'm a black woman, but I'm an American first.
What do you think of Black Lives Matter?
Well, all lives matter to me. I think that Black Lives Matter is a divisive group. It's a Marxist organization. It's divisive to the family. I mean,
Imagine wearing a fucking Keep America Great hat while saying BLM is a divisive group. Yeah. I know.
Whores in this house. There's some whores in this house. There's some whores in this house.
Look. Isn't she banned? What do you mean banned from what? Who the fuck is this person?
Isn't that just darling?
Thank you, Stuck Pixel for the 5 and Smooth for the 5. Yeah, I don't know what's happening. I don't know why you guys are fucking gifting so hard right now.
Their principles are on the website. All you have to do is go and look. And all lives matter to me, so.
You know, BLM is really, I'm just going to say it's a terrorist organization. Black lives do matter, but BLM is an organization. They're terrorists, and they kill and loot and steal, and that's not what we're about.
Honestly, from the beginning, I felt Black Lives Matter, the organization, was the worst pitched idea, you know, from a marketing standpoint. You look at George Floyd, I don't think everyone was here, everyone was close, like, hey, we need to talk about this, we need to figure this out. And we went from, you know, what can we do to change this, to defund the police and total anarchy, and now you've lost all that support.
The Black Lives Matter movement, it's been a big part of this election season. How do you...
16 months, Ajahn, it's been a good ride.
Bro. This is why I fucking hate the annoying neoliberals who are like, we need to win this guy over. It's like, that's what you sound like. I hope you understand whenever you're like, actually, what's up with the optics of BLM? Hey, black people Have you maybe considered not rioting as much when the cops beat the shit out of you? It's bad for optics and marketing because we really need to win these people over. Is one of the fucking most idiotic, childish, baby-brained, privileged fucking takes I've ever seen in my entire fucking life. That's what you sound like, neoliberals. Stare deeply into it. I know you're in here. Some of you are banned. I know you're in here watching me right now, seething. That man is you. That man is literally fucking you. The marketing standpoint is pretty bad that people are rioting. Like, as if people want to fucking riot. Of your own partner. Oh,
God, those communists are amazing.
Hey, sorry. Our allyship was conditional. And now that the marketing is not on board, now that I'm not on board with the marketing, sorry, you don't deserve equal protection under the law.
Isn't that just...
Sorry, the optics just don't align with what I want. I'm not neoliberal, but do you always ban people who disagree? No, sometimes I just ban people randomly. Like, I feel bad. I don't think
God,
you're...
those communists are amazing.
I don't think you're that fucking annoying. I'm not going to ban you. I was going to fucking clap you just to make a point, but... Fuck it.
This is a deranged...
All that support.
The Black Lives Matter movement, it's been a big part of this election season. How do you see that breaking for Republicans, and what do you think of the movement itself?
Well, you know, just the phrase is
looting is horrible optics.
Amazing.
Bro. We go through this every day. Okay, looting is bad optics. It's also not good to burn down small businesses, right?
Darling.
It's not good. We agree. Did that change your opinion of what the legitimate grievances are?
People are tired of women.
Like,
No,
do
I
you no
haven't
longer
considered
exist?
that.
Do you no longer believe that systemic racism exists?
His name is Hasan.
Do you still believe it? Okay, then shut the fuck up.
not objectionable.
His
But the
name
movement
is
that they have is
Hasan.
really
Hope you
Marxist.
had fun playing basketball.
Well, first of all,
We should maybe, in order to get neolibs on board, we should sell like what cops do as a bad look sweaty. Did you kneel on the neck of an African American man over what you believed was a forged $20 bill? That's kind of a bad look, sweaty. Your optics as the police force are not on board. I'm not on board with those optics. Unfortunately, Blue Lives Matter sounds kind of silly right now. You're going to need to go back to the drawing board, sweaty. Okay? Okay, Chile? Kind of cringe, cops. Don't kill and don't over-police African-American neighborhoods. Chile is what I have to say to you. Stop it. Is that good? Period.
I think all of our lives matter. Your life, my life, everybody's lives matter. Black lives matter. Brown lives matter. Latinos' lives matter. Asian lives
What's up with
matter.
this dude?
Everybody's lives matter.
What I'm saying is, well, look at what they're doing. Look at what they're doing in Portland. They didn't do it. What do they say? Oh, no, you got to be friends with them. You got to be peaceful and allow them. Oh, it's a summer of love. It's not a summer of love. Did you see anything that happened over there? That was crazy.
And they kind of provide cover for Antifa to riot and destroy property and attack and assault people and shoot police.
Trump has already gone into the country, the states and the cities where he's been allowed to go in and bring peace and safety. The Democratic cities and states where they've not allowed that, that's where that.
I think people who feel this way, I think what they need to do, what we need to do is like, oh, you like the violent paramilitary presence in the neighborhoods that you deem to be unworthy or deem to be like a Democrat-run city? Okay, we're going to do the exact same thing to you. As long as you live like a black person in a low-income neighborhood with an insane police presence that constantly is breathing down your fucking neck for a month, you get to make those criticisms afterwards. Okay? Let's just take the same police force from, not from your community, of course, from like an edge town or from a town over, from one town over with completely different worldviews that treat you as a hostile entity. Let's get them to fucking breathe down your neck nonstop. Look for any little thing that they could potentially bill you on and lock you in jail for. Okay? And then we'll hear what you have to say about police presence in your neighborhood. Because it's very easy to just be like, oh, those Democrat-run cities, of course they need to have, yeah, we're going to wife swap. We're going to wife swap the police. Cops wouldn't do it, though. Yeah, let's just do a fucking police wife swap, dude. It wouldn't work because those white cops would be fucking respectful of old white people. There's no way to replicate that subconscious racism. No. This doesn't work if they don't fucking treat them. If they don't treat the old white people like they would treat like young black folk.
That's occurring. So it's definitely democratic. It's Black Lives Matter, which is a socialist communist organization, not standing for rights for blacks.
Every single solitary governor that is Democrat is a mess. Every single solitary mayor that is a Democrat is a mess. So, I mean, come on, people, let's wake up. I don't want communism here. Been there, done that, don't want it.